that vein, stacking up chips and they make moves. They're straight up dick, sick in the mix. Finna break necks with this one, let it hit. Cause they lost out of they wake, but we grip them stakes. They playing with them witches, trials, the burn, the fakes. Swept in the grime, baptized in flames. Real missionary movements here, never attained. Bringing Christ lights near, igniting that fire real bright. From the heights they lurking in the shadows of the night. We cut them out of sight. The charitable mission will flip that game. Transform lives and they stash and they shame. Offshore stacks and they same. Inside of their banks the same. Inside of that safe we chain. They chase, chasing those moves to decimate. Translate the real world change. No justice, disgrace. Grit locked in, etched in that frame. They steadily shifting the blame, but we run in that same lane. They can't keep up, obituaries laden. They be digging them early graves, keeping the real ones trapped in, locked in. These cowards getting saved, hollowed on points in the shells in their heads while they're playing up in vain, dead in their skulls. They playing on them hearts, preying on that slain up way in the game, dead in the hearse, verse after verse, breaking them chains and them lurking that worth, trying to pull me out, disconnected from that cause source, built from the crust to expose that force, the tamper of artillery, corrupted hearts, dark hearts and the burned marks, darkest parts of their hearts, warfare's rhyme, crowded up my carotid artery and mind, inside of my life, insane plots trying to shackle out my sight, turning my heart into a semi-automatic, syllable spray, they better pray, charitable mission coming fully equipped, stacking up chips fully scripted. Yeah, we stacking up chips, real slick moves, making moves real sick with it. We're finna go right through this, for the layer, the ride, flipping for the mish. Real ghost, making moves, stacking them chips, feeling like we lost in that kind of fire from the wake. Gotta grip up them aims to create, swept up in their identity crisis, deep in that grind, that kind. We're here to rewind, resign, study to bring back that real time. Real bright missionary moves for Christ's light we ignite, building up that charitable mission equipped with flipping that game to transform lives whenever we get laid out, sprayed out. We're ready, steadily planning on that move, putting it on the paper to take them offshore bank accounts to shame in their own charitable envisions. Cut that main vein, the carotid artery of that kind of charitable move. It ain't charitable movements made and that translates the same to a real systemic change made, grinding up them grains that create their abuse and shift the blames. Real grit, still we got locked in the mainframe, switching them lanes that can stay that same lane, but with your real G's on a mission equipped, speaking for peace and speaking for the voices, the voiceless lost off with their own choice. Who can make a choice out here when it's being lost off in the first place? Who can even speak that same vein? Obituaries getting paid, laid in them early graves, mainstayed, dragged up for life, leave you off lost off, now they're will play. You can call it life, but you're dead in the hearse, deadened in verse. We curve out that car from the main vein and they're breaking that chain, so get steadily trapped in for the light of Christ. Pain's trying to dry you out of your lives and minds, tap you out of that source, but I'm built up with the voice of the voiceless. They crowded that artery and messed up with that whole artillery. The whole mission that's been on point, hollow point, and the real missions change things. And the real missions change ways we do things out here, put them in the dark hearts to shame. Please, you know that about that water refrain stuck up in the crowd. My life being drawn up and insane, created in that kind of pain. Forever that changed me, deranged me from that sign to see what's coming, rearranged from your heart surface. Them hearts curved fists, inside that's heart surface, being shaped more like a semi-automatic at the start. Capstone latent, been appealed from the bottom of the box, the bottom of the ocean that they spilled me in. Now built up from that way, built from the bottom of this box, from the top of the stage on top. Crooked minds up, the vortex on scope. out minds on their own vortex, off scope, shallow in a maze, hollow points trying to drown out that smoke and mirrors show, shipping my haze in my days, being lost in my own life, being set up for death, scrubbing my whole existence. Yeah, what's left? Hollow points on my heart's blades on fire, ready to strike back, but I'm a different breed. In the mind's eyes, I'm shaking that breed. Over here, time to fight. They revamp that cray-cray, insane lengths that they go to pull you up under-equipped, criminally equipped. They split and finna pay what they did to me. Nah, they finna homicide, I'll quit. Out back, take you out back real quick in the background of your whole life. Shown, spraying up on them chemicals shown, and microphones to be built and pop lips in the movement with the lyricists. Investment and vision, staying steadily, whole life's getting locked in, and I'm breaking it down, ready to go all in, genuine with my vested interests. They had to tap out my whole life and mine for that love life, like it's a real crime of conspiracy to create over an entire mind. My mind was trapped out in that kind of way. My cells and my whole body couldn't even breathe, feeling like that lost cause. My name's untrained, tamed to the war's main carotid artery, and I'm cutting through that vein, through that crime. Got grimier all of the time, every single second of my life, trying to covertly cut me out with that poison planted on me, to let me go lost off and trying to go down so low, down and out, trying to take my life. I was breaking free, barely even seeing the road home. Those days you see, heart works, the warriors riding that holy decree, hands folded and praying up to the Lord. This is the steadily game that's played over the whole total takeover, in the reservoir of wars that were placed in the ready-made from the Lord. This is the whole total takeover, that kind of mission worldwide, charitable missions, up in vast spaces, and made to go worldwide. So you ready to wake up and shake up that main carotid artery with me? We're saving lives from this type of war crime, over entire life and mind's design. Real death, hollow points coming in closer to death, from those who say and claim that they love you. They lie, or they move into. This is grimy artwork, spit, stepping up into that lyrical type of homicide that was placed over me by design, entire life and mind. That project short stem friend and your own brother Meng. Criminally spit, we're stacking up the chips, real sick moves, making moves. This one's gonna be going cray-cray, let it hit hard, the bombs that you drop, make it hard's work, the art's work, making moves, stacking chips, lost up in these streets. They got a grip on that script, they got swept up in their whole identity, real thick, being locked out of their whole minds, the kind of way they design real deep in that fight for that better life, that love life, the same main carotid artery. They're trying to cut ties, trying to main and cut up the main vein inside of the life. That same for Jesus Christ, we igniting that light to build a charitable mission built in that game, steadily transforming lives, putting them all to shame with them offshore accounts and their whole charitables and vision. It's not charitable at all when it doesn't work for the people, and them changes made, them grinds grit to the grain, real grit getting locked in that mind frame, switching lanes, they can't keep up that steadily, they can't keep up with us in this pace, they got no love for the whole human race, in their own heart sores, obituaries down laid in them early graves, made into a chemical way. Set my artillery inside of the heart's chest's refrains, ready to strike, and I'm built for that battle they've taken on this fight to insane lengths, to go to pull me up under and underneath that grave. Criminally spit, they're gonna pay for that kind of sin. Life's kinda homicide on this work of art, the darkest work that I've ever had to do in my life. I'm on that mic, breaking it down, no doubt, 'cause I've been locked out of my whole life's design. I'm breaking it out. My cells couldn't even breathe. It's a waste of time. I feel like I'm a mime.
Worst made it.
We're making moves now. I'm switching lanes out of the way. Detroit players in the mind's fray. Middle of the ocean, we float up in the wave. Minneapolis rise, never gonna grow up and shine. Too remote inside of a pure devotion, locked up in place. Invested in that love's heart's chest to play. Now this world leads grace and disgrace, tarnished ways. They want us cheat the fake. Weak minds shallowed up in their hearts, ready to break. But we push it back deep to the core. Settling for more, not settling for more. I'm not settling for this or that until it's fighting for what's real out here. That real love inside is what we're fighting for. When these hearts get encapsulated and grossed up in the truth, it gets lost up in the booth, lost in lies. We're coming for their clout, not to be clouded up inside of our mind's design. We're ready for that skies to shine, to shine. Rehearse them lies to feel time, to feel the time, feel grind inside of this getting tight and locked up in our minds, breaking free from that bind. They wanted us blind, locked up down and out of our minds, kept up in our chests, spraying back, steadily ready to manifest. Chemically sprayed up in the chemical attack from all sides. Crime's been creeping in all of the time, but their hearts rise with the fight and the flames, keeping it on repeat. And this fight's the grime, the stain in the test that they're bringing up on the heat of the streets. So we wetted it up in what we sprayed and saying up here, setting it up right for them, clearing the way. We're ready to fight for the better life, the day for the better life. Heartworks in the building, we're never gonna stop until we drop that heat. Standing up tall, getting ready to raise up these steeps, step it up, steeping it slow in that tea. 'Cause we special brew made, rising to the top, being chemically sprayed in that kind of way. Lyrically attacked on all sides for this kind of a life that we're building and creeping in. Inside of our heart's design, we're trying to rise. Our own brothers want us dead and out for their own locked up design in their mind. This is a war crime up on these streets, get it right. Locked and dead in the minds, dead in the eyes. Hollow points shine, encapsulated, engrossed in their hearts, getting lost in their lies. We rise and shine and ready to glow up and shine with pure devotion and emotion, locked up inside for that love's life's invested with the genuine invested in, just not this worldly's disgraced. Tarnished ways that wanna take us, cheap us and leave us and make us fake and bleed out. Shallow hearts, pure devotion locked inside the shallow hearts of the Detroit players. I just feel so fucked in my life after all of this abuse that's happened to me. It's just, if you're unable to see a crime because you're being poisoned out of your mind,
Worst
other
made
people
it.
can move in the background, hacking you, hijacking you, and even your closest, working to steal your whole life away from you, basically, on top of your actual ability to breathe. Not just like your heartbeat and whatnot, but your life too. It's identity theft. So haunting, so controlled. thick, can't even breathe. Laying up in this coffin, set on repeat. Real patterns, no key. Identities bereft, gone into the depths of that death. Lord still sees nightmares and the infliction that's left. Them fan play, them foes, they hose back doors, deals, and then making them staged for them low lows, down lows. Slick with the venom laced up in my own cup, feeling my whole body hollowed out, as if I'm just gonna be going into a dead stop inside of my whole heart and mind. I don't need no aggressive type of crime coming inside of an identity murder of mine. Death in disguise, hacked in my system, blacked out of my eyes. Snow snatching demons clothed in my blood, buried my breathing. They rose from the mud, they slithered in spokes, playing the kid. They know they flipping the script. Snake with poison, kick it in. Ain't no psych doctor finna tell me what's real out here. Got my body shutting down and my spirit's being killed. My energy drained, them moves they made, and still the CIA type of track in every single step. You try to take that step back, set me ablaze, erase from my own name. Bank accounts and everything the same, being hacked and misaligned. They making me a ghost while they're wearing my face. They ain't paranoid to know that I see fake concerns while they scripted my whole plan to leave. Doctors and lawyers and the whole scene acting like it's delusional. Nah, bitch, I'm free. Blower in the spokes cause me numb to cut up that carotid artery, black me out and numb. Stole up my whole frame in that kind of poisoned up way. I won't let them take my crown. I don't need your murderous plot. Your heartbeat stopping, kind of soul's been stopping the same. I know what's popping, it's identity murder, not just an identity crisis. This is an identity theft to leave you in death, bereft, in disguise, hacked up in the systems, blind, blacked out, dead in my eyes. Snow snatching out them demons, clothed in the blood of the lamb, but they're barely breathing, holding on from the rose of mud inside of the caged up sin you can trust. You stole my name, you stole my mind, and hacked my whole life away to steal up my shine. Till I woke up and I deserved it's your time to die.
Worst made it.
I love that beat too, bringing back the heat, straight true to the booth. This one's for the love life, that's purpose starting to surface. Real warriors on verse, that heart's purse, deep in service. Invested in that grind in the genuine way. Real invested interest, depth in the better fight for that better life. To real witness in the Christ's light, heart speak, let it peak, let your heart speak. When them angels fight them demons, it's a war with every single week. They disperse and they reminisce on their souls and their caged up design. The inner child spark gets lost in the darkest parts of this life, rotted up in that grime. The time hurts, cut cords, cut hearse, cut worse. Demonic views after your whole heart's too. Your worth, real surfaced hurts, meant to bury your whole name. Locked you dead in the dirt to kill your flame. We're here stepping up that game with the lyrical mission and vision to break these chains. Never stand satirical with our mission. Uncloud, meant to be up in the booth for the youth. Fighting these chains with real talk. We're living that kind of proof. Up in the booth, ain't never gonna be free unless we set our sights out right. revolutionary spirit in Jesus Christ's light. Healing that they gave us, real mission equipped, real saving missions to rake up that sunlight that the kingdom embraced in us. Makeshift steadily spraying to make them all stay and steadily moves. Ain't going in overdue, seeing the same real, same raw, real grooves inside of their whole dues that they made over your life. Real crime, real steel to steal up that heat, pure heart and mind inside of your mind's design. Real world trying to kill up that force, ready to cap and snap back, then react. That heart's attack, never finna lay on flat. We're ready to go to war. You ready to mess with this one's for? Heaven's fire rain down and that spirit soar. That steer stand spirit soar up in that core. Makeshift, ready to go up in these wars, ready to go all in for more. For your own love life being misused and overused all of the time. You can see the real crime, the raw deal, the new grooves that they placed inside of your whole entire life's mind and brain, meant to steal you up all of your whole shine. You shine. Your heart cursed inside of that cursed way is scribbling it in, driven from that first heart attack way. They poisoned up and gleaned steadily streams, meant to take your whole life and knock you off your beat. Sliced up from your own heart starts, clean cut in two, policed up, not hacked up and misused, twisted up and trust skewed. Precise cut, slut, fucks twice in the dicey new attitudes, meant to stab you in the back real nice. See, play up with your whole life plan. See, because the brothers cut cords that cut cords that cut curves that hurt worse. Hearts erased and the G-code decoded. Who's real out here and who's fake? Tapes rolling in heavy in the streets. We rise up them highest stakes. This ain't no surface touch, we into deep from the grinds and the curse laid down out here with the demons creeping. They creeping in from the heart, start of your mind, shaking up your trust in your bones, caged in their cageless sin. It's shown up in the whole world's gone cold. Wind moans, demonic crimes, satanic, satirical rhymes, staying up in that time, snatching whole lives and minds away, drinking the veins like vine. It's poison all of the time to leave you lost up all out of your mind. No trust in anyone out here with them trust and lies in their design, with the purpose to leave them dust sparks on your heart, to leave you lost and dead at heart. So we're taking up it here, staking it up harder and harder out here in the grind, stepping it in to make it happen with the Detroit players rolling up, ain't no capping. Steady got a date with this kind of division being capped up and capstoned in the worst of way. We're making it as a decision, so cut deep, lyrically cageless. We're breaking that leech, steadily playing up the reckless cut, edited up and our love sprayed. And we gotta take credit to the corrupt spots marked up, drop set up, double crossed games. They try to play and switch up on their minds. This is a criminal flame inside of your ass to leave your ass blind for days. Up in that kind of refuse, reused up in their twisted up truth, misused and misunderstood. This one's for the souls left loose, being stuck up into the booth for the youth, shaking up that reality, switching up the fakes. You know this is a homicide and the hearts is played fake. These flakes in the whole wide world, nah, we ain't going out like that. We blowing it down to the ground. We ain't snatching back that hearts and minds. We're bringing them back. Detroit players, we're speaking facts. Boom, ba-doom, shit, ka-doom, boom. Running it again, bringing it in that room. Ba-doom, ba-doom, ba-shit, ka-boom, boom. Detroit stepping hands, gripping the room. Boom, ba-doom, ba-dip, ba-shit, boom. Running again, Detroit players in the room. Boom, ba-doom, snatching back the hearts. We're bringing them back to take up that flame. Nah, we ain't meant to go out like this. Nah, we still here, we're going in all over the way. Let it ring loud and clear, we're gonna take it back home for the youth up in this booth. Cause they trapped up in their thoughts, trying to figure out what to do next. Yo, I see them, they killing them young minds in the wreck of an entire system that's blind, cashing their checks, pushing them weight left they on cray, pushing them right off, lost out of their minds, feeding them poison to dim up that light, steadily to shine up at real bright, up in that heart and mind, kid, telling the hustle and they twist and they aim, stack the paper, let them lose their own names, show them up in the tracks, leave them off track, up in the cars and chains, lead them in, stepping it up in that game, let off safety for the changes and cuffs and the cages that they in, they graves, they cycles on repeat, it's insane, they just been redefining that whole chessboard script with the whole cloaked out mind, with that kind of resigned way to rewind and move on your entire life and mind, with the whole plan designed, meant to steal up your shine, leave you locked out of your mind, your own divine shine in Christ. But we still here, we still stand up, still tall, we got that light inside for them all, we're ready to glow up and shine with the faith in the Lord that moves like waves and moves more. God already conquered that grave, homie, so listen up, don't fall, don't break, don't let them feed you more lies, don't take the bait and switch up in that own heart's rage. Watch that fire, watch it steady, wrath got hands inside of the desires, they're dire inside of them cageless ways, waiting on the youth, they playing them same wickedest games they found with the system's abuse, to abuse the minds of the youth, they got the cursed up in souls in their soulless ass ways, they're gonna come out and fade, you got the power that they can't hold, in Jesus Christ, don't teach that, nah, they can't conceal the purpose, how could you really feel up in that design, for your whole revenge of mind, your name, they tell you to hate, to decimate, that kind of glory up in your head space, that mind's framed to seal up your whole fate, ain't got no glory, and they spilling it up next, no honor or glory for them dying out here, for them reps, out on repeat, they know it's best, what's invested in that war zone, out on repeat for you, real ones build up their next one, their next song, lyrically, to drown out them kind of obituaries, real ones breaking chains, not shutting them down and passing them down, many more lanes.
Worst made it.
Slick with it, out here just to bleed up on the pavement, yeah right, ain't being named to maim inside of that tamed out way, they coming after that carotid artery, to cut up that vein of chalk outlines or eulogy spit from a cold headline, nah I was made to rise for more than this, steadily up in that shine so high, worldwide, up in them skies for Christ, let them streets stay wired with the venomous spit and lies, plotting on our souls' demise with the devil's design, being lost in their own minds, they calling themselves friends and family, they in disguise, God why they taking it this far, trying to lay out entire lives, tracks for war zone, they got blueprints to draw for that kind of genocide, the kind of homicide over my entire life and mind, got me marked to die, real equipped, coming inside of that carnal war zone with me, real clipped, I'm being raised to be steadily staged up and be set up to be warped to die, this kind of death of mind, death of their heartbeats and chest and mind, steadily so they can aim to take your whole entire life, if an identity theft is a real crime, we ain't here for the trigger, pull beats, best fact, on that cycle out on repeat, that's been aimed and dragging us down into deep regrets, they twisting up that fate, trying to clip up them wings, while we're trying to shine, glow up and shine in the first place, to life out on these streets and speaking their devil's curse out on their heart beats. Heart speaks they worse. Inside steadily tossed without a refrain in that steadily salad of a crime. Just to sip it in, man. I'm digging out that death. I was sipping on that cursed up pain. They sprayed, they paid for my whole chemical react, chemical attack. They redacted that best when I knew they were vested in my death. Meant to cycle that drowned out sin, cycle of sin, trying to leave me all up out of my own winds. Leave me up in here in our minds to decay. Left my name to be straight up etched in a way you see the games played. So obviously I'm out here speaking about how these people left me for dead, how they were closest to me, and how they have something to fucking hide themselves, and it's a fucking war crime over my whole entire life and mind. How can a motherfucker even pretend that this isn't a fucking crime against me, a crime against my humanity, a crime for my ability to breathe, move about in this life in an organic kind of way at all? And then for anyone to play up like that motherfucker has any right to do what he's done just because he's CIA hacking me up from design from the beginning of my life to convert this kind of crime, this kind of converted crime. You know what the kind of converted crime I'm speaking about here? It's pedophilia, man. It's pedophilia, and it stems from within my own family ties. And these motherfuckers have been led blind. They've been led blind by the demonic ways that this world wants to lead them blind. And then they want to leave me all lost off, dead in my own grind. No, fuck you, man. This is a whole fucking war crime over my whole life and mind. How the fuck are you thinking that you're gonna move and get away with this kind of shit, dick? You wanna fucking play about me? I tip over a Christmas tree and land in jail, see, but you can play about my life, hacking me away, hijacking me, and play with identity theft, meant to leave me bereft, poisoned in my own fucking head. Motherfucker, you got another motherfucking thing coming, as far as way I fucking see things, cause that's a fucking war crime, and that's why I'm taking out here and using these motherfucking words. These motherfuckers just wanted to leave me straight up lost off in a poison. They were paying for this relationship in the background of my life to continue to work in the pressures that they had been taking inside of my life, hacking my life away in complete ways. So no, these motherfuckers got confessions. They got their whole hearts and minds and souls locked up inside of this poisoned up way that they took inside and led me to bleed me dry. Meant to obviously leave me to the natural public to say that he's just crazy, he doesn't know what he's talking about, see, but I know what I'm fucking talking about, and they're covering up their whole pedophilia is what they're covering up. And motherfuckers working within the fucking system are just as indebted to this kind of crime over their whole demonic fucking ways and minds as the next ones are. So you wanna fucking chemically try and spray me up, you wanna take my life, you wanna work an identity theft, you wanna hack away my entire life and mind, and then you wanna call any kind of reaction as that's the crime, as that's the way it is. No, these kind of obituaries happen all of the fucking time, and I'm fucking tired of it. So that's what this Heartwork spit is really about, is trying to take that kind of homicidal reaction that these motherfuckers have taken, where, you know, probably they deserve to tell you the fucking honest to God's gospel truth there, because of where these people move to in their lives, and they're just waking up to the whole longevity of a crime that's been taken over their whole entire lives. That's like spirit cooking, soul cooking, satanic worship type shit, spiritual, satanic agendas working in cold heart plays over your whole entire life. It's satanic ritual abuse. It's pedophilia. It's getting away with what they're doing in the backgrounds of life and not having anyone to police their fucking actions. But then as soon as you're coming up to realize that these things are actually what are happening, now you're the target. You see, now they gotta leave you dead. They have to have you dead. They need you dead to convert their own crimes that they've been working up and playing in the backgrounds of your whole entire life the entire time. And I don't care who pays them. CIA, some kind of fucking sanctified way that the government's just okay with. No, I'm not okay with it. That's not okay with me, and that kind of killing spree shouldn't be okay with anybody out here. So where's the law? Where's the justice?
where's anybody working in this kind of crime? You're supposed to work inside of the crimes of homicide? Go to work then. Who the fuck are you? What do you even put your whole costume on in the first damn place?